As we celebrate the holidays, it's so important that we keep our health top of mind and not get too carried away with stuffing our face with our favorite foods or letting our families drive us crazy. But the research shows that Black people are at a higher risk of being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and that could be triggered by poor eating habits, lack of exercise, or just the stress that we endure. For this Woosah Wednesday, we asked Dr. Brooke Goldner to join us. She's an autoimmune specialist and best-selling author who reversed her own chronic illness a decade ago by following a plant-based diet. And Dr. Goldner joins us now from Houston to help us maintain our health and sanity as we get into the holidays. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning.
So first, just describe, if you're not familiar, what exactly is an autoimmune disease?
So autoimmune diseases are diseases where your immune system, which is supposed to be your friend, right? It's supposed to fight against an infection from a bacteria or a virus or help you heal if you bang your knee on the corner of the bed. That immune system, if you are subjected to the right conditions and you have the right predisposition, your immune system can get confused. And instead of just attacking those viruses and bacteria, can start attacking your own organs. And when that happens, you're said to have autoimmune diseases. And there's a lot of different kinds, right? Rheumatoid arthritis or lupus or multiple sclerosis, that all are named depending on what organs or body parts are being attacked. But the root of them is really the same. And that's your immune system kind of losing its ability to recognize self versus non-self, and it can cause really horrible symptoms and outcomes for people.
Wow, but your story is so inspiring because at 16 you were diagnosed with lupus. At 28 you reversed your disease by changing your diet, and now I understand no trace of the disease?
Yes, and I love that you made me younger. It was actually 16 years ago that I reversed my disease. So even though I would love to be 38, I'm not 38.
You look it, girl. You look 38.
About to be 45.
You don't look a day over 30. So you're doing something. That plant-based diet is working for you.
Well, one of the great things about when you use nutrition to optimize cellular function is it will repair all of your organs, including your skin. So the side effect in all of my patients that I see that reverse their disease is their skin starts to glow and they get younger. So it's kind of nice, but that's the most superficial side effect. But yeah, at 16, I had rash across my face. I had arthritis through my body, and I was in stage 4 kidney failure. So at 16, I was getting chemotherapy, high-dose steroids, tons of other medicines, just trying to survive. And it got worse over time. And that's what happens with autoimmune diseases. It continues on and gets worse. So by medical school, I actually had mini strokes or blood clots going into my brain, all being caused by this disease. And that's what it's like having autoimmune disease, is that it's kind of like you need an umbrella on a rainy day, or on a sunny day, I'm sorry, that even when things are okay, you don't know when the next thing's going to happen because your immune system could pop up at any time and cause damage. And so we end up needing a lot of really horrible medicines. But at 28, I changed my diet. There was a man who wanted to marry me, my husband Thomas, in spite of the fact that I had to give him a speech at his proposal saying, I have a chronic disease. You're going to have to take care of me when I become disabled. I'm not going to be able to have children because I could die. And I'm not going to live a long life. And it was not a romantic answer to a proposal, but I wanted to understand what he was getting into. And he said, I'd rather have a short life with you than a lifetime with anybody else, and I'll just make it the best life you could ever have. And I said, yes, let's get married. So I wanted to change my diet and my lifestyle so I could look good at my wedding. We were going to elope to Hawaii, and I was on the best diet to be overweight and sick, which is hospital food. Hospital food is good for hospital business. It is not good for health. So my husband is an expert in metabolism and on nutrition to optimize cellular metabolism. His obsession was the best diet for humans for fat loss. And I went, well, I would like fat loss. What we didn't realize then was that metabolism is not just in charge of how much fat you lose or how much muscle you build, but how quickly you can heal. And so 3 months after changing my diet to a high raw plant-based diet, yes, I went from a size 11 to a size 3. It was great, but my arthritis was gone, my skin was glowing, and my lab tests were normal. And 16 years later, my lab tests are still normal. I've had 2 healthy children, and I continue to be disease-free. And it changed the course of how I practice medicine, where now I've helped people all over the world become disease-free and be able to live their dreams too, all by teaching them how to eat in a way that optimizes their immune health and their cellular recovery.
Well, we just appreciate your expertise. These are issues that we know disproportionately impact Black communities. So definitely interested in learning more about a plant-based diet. And your man sounds like a keeper. That's why you married him. Sounds like an amazing partnership. But to learn more and how to take control of your health, you can visit goodbyelupus.com. And thank you again for sharing your story with us.
It's my pleasure. I want to spread this information. Yes. You know, I want everyone to feel as excited as I am to live their life and not be afraid of disease.
Beautiful. Thank you.